Hello folks, Sam Owens here with a product review, and this time it's East Oak Torch Fire Cove Patio Heater 50,000 BTU. This is one of those outdoor heaters that you see with the glowing flame at the top. They're about 8 feet high, something like that, for patio. Okay, I've got it all unpacked and placed where I can get easy access to everything. Now this is the crown jewel. It's upside down, but when it's mounted, this will be at the top where the flame and the heat is going to come from. And one of the key features of this product is that it's all stainless steel. This is going to last you some time, so that's an important feature of it. One thing you want to do is be sure and read the entire manual, and I've got a QR code right over here that if you use your smartphone and you're looking at this on a computer, you'll be able to view the entire owner's manual, and you can review ahead of time some of the information I'm talking about. I'll also be putting stuff over to the right as I'm talking, which may not relate, but it's going to be about the product, so pause at any time and review the material I put up there to help you. Step number 1, assembly instructions, and it looks like they're working on the base first, so that's the first thing I'm going to put here and work on. Step number 1, the wheel assembly that you can roll this heater around, and then here's this area right here, and if you got your own tools, you can use it. This is for people that don't have them, but since it's in there, I'm going to use it. Like right here, you want to put the bolt here and the nut on the other side, and we'll do the same with the other, all 3 of them. It's the support legs right here, and that's step number 2, is to put those three support legs into the base like this. There's some notes here. It says keep the bracket with the belt in the middle. They mean over on that side, so they're going to go here, here. You want to orientate this with the wheels that way. You could get it around the opposite way, but that's the way they're showing it, with the little support right here. That little anchor support to keep it from flipping over. And I did have to turn this upside down. Actually, this is straight side up. We had it upside down before. Okay, now I'm going to put the one with the strap in that hole right there. I found that these larger bolts are 14 millimeters if you want to use one of your wrenches yourself. Now, I just put that in there, get her finger tight. And then you want to hold this level with the back edge. See how I've got them straight? You wouldn't want it like that. You want it straight, and then tighten her up. Step number 3, we're going to attach F, which is this tube which has a base on it. We're going to mount it right up there on those 3 supports. Then the last one will be easy enough, and this will make it nice to be able to really tighten this stuff up, because you want to get it tight and you can't maybe do it with just one tool. Is to place the tank housing. This is going to hide the propane tank, which is going to sit in there. Let's see. Okay. And I'm holding it carefully and lining it up. That's a handsome looking unit there. Very nicely finished and everything. I think you're going to really like that. I had to take it off because I can't complete the rest of the project because it's too high. This is J right here, the regulator, and it's going to go into E pipe. Now, you don't want it upside down. This is the instructions on lighting and so forth. So this should go up like this, then have this to go through here. Okay, put this, slide it on down, and we're going to turn this up later, but it says to secure this part right here to the burner using DD bolts. Step 6 is telling us to put the burner and E-tube along with the regulator down through here and then secure it with 4 HH screws. It's not heavy, so you can handle it one person. And I'm going to try and get this so it'll go down through there. And put this up this way. Ah, yeah. Now, there we go. It's kind of up in the air. That's how tall it is. I'm 5'7", and you can see I can not reach the top. Of course, this is where the heat is going to come from. We still got a shade to mount over the top of it, so we're not finished yet. Folks, this is the shield that is going to mount at the top, and it's this base pan has a remove protective cover. You can see the cover on it, so you want to make sure you remove that. Folks, all of the sheets have it. This is what it's going to look like after you're finished. And what you do is just kind of roll the edges, and you get a little bit. And if you just work it along and don't tear it, and it'll come off easier. You don't want to strips and everything. So with that up, this is the way these two have to go. This has to go over top of that like that. It can't go underneath because of that ridge. So it's showing you that you have to get these like this. And then what you can do is take a screw and put this outside one together with the acorn up like that. Get your acorn. And you could just go ahead and go around, or you can just go ahead and assemble this like this, whichever you prefer. But what I'm going to do is put a screw up underneath here, and then I'm going to line these two up and put an acorn nut on there right here, holding the screw with my finger underneath over top. That's the only way that'll go. And I would say start from the outside, get that hole lined up, because that'll be easy. And right here, I'm going to do the rest. I just wanted to show you that important step to have them over top. You don't want to slide it under. And put the acorn on. I'm going to mount this reflector on top of the flame unit right here, and we're going to use spacers right here, which are 3 of these, and we're going to use some washers, which these are all the parts that they're talking about, and a KK wing nut there. A spacer is going to go underneath and on top and along with the wing nut. I'm going to put a spacer on each location where there's a nut location. Then I'm going to take one and screw him in there, and the other one over here with it. The washer is underneath, so there's a washer below each one of these spacers. And I'm going to take my wrench and tighten. Good and tight. Okay, now we're going to put the reflector on top. Okay, now you line these holes up where you don't run into cracks and stuff like that. And I'm putting each wing nut on finger tight, and that will do the job. Folks, this is a really great quality product. Just from what I've put together, everything has a feel of quality, and the fact that all of that is stainless steel just makes me very happy that I'm going to have a product that's going to last a long time and give me good service. I am absolutely confident. Folks, the next step after the reflector is to place the tank in the storage area, and it's showing pulling it past the screws, and then I can kind of cock it like that and put it right down into that area right there. There's a gasket right here at the top, and that gasket, you just got to kind of push it past the screws that are there, but it will go. Okay, now we want to take this, and I've got it where the wheels are in the back, but I can go around to the front out of the way. And now I'm going to take this and set it up in here next to the back of this, and then I'm going to strap this down. Now you tighten this down and it should go to a point where it can't go anymore, and that is tight. And I can place this back down and kind of guide around, hold the bottom, and get the everything so that it's, and really right here you can swing this around. You don't have to pull this up in order to turn the gas on or off. There's a hole on both sides. You would never want to light this inside of a garage. That's where I assembled it. I'm going to take it out into the driveway at a safe place, and we're going to test the lighting of the patio heater. Hello folks, I'm going to give you a demonstration of lighting the East Oak patio heater, and let you just see what a nice setting, and also the fact that this is a little table there. To light the outdoor patio heater, the instructions are right here, and what you do is have the gas on. It's all the way on. Reach in these holes, one on the other side, and right here is the controller. You push in, turn it all the way till it stops, and you hold it, and it says 5 seconds. I'm going to go a little bit longer to get the propane up to the top head, and then I push this button right here, and you hold this for a good 30 seconds to get the flame going really good. Hold it, because you're heating up the little sensor that lets it know that fuel is going in, and then you can let go. Now it's at the highest setting. It'll go down to a lower setting like that if it's not too cold. But let's give her up to the highest setting. And here's my coffee. Look at that thing work. If you're out on one of those cold days, this is really going to be the cat's meow. Everybody will be over at your house for outings, and that really does the job. That is hot and comfortable, and it radiates out quite a distance. Now let me turn her down. Down to a low setting, and let's see how that is. Because it's not always going to be really, really cold. I think you can begin to see that this is going to do the job for cold evenings when you want to sit out. The way you turn it off, you just go all the way around, push in, and then off. If this is tilted and not level, it's possible that it will not fire up. I had this on my driveway, tilted at an angle, and it just did not want to start. And when I leveled it up, bam, it fires right up. I'm gonna let you see what I'm talking about. This is important. Folks, this is a demonstration showing how the patio heater has a safety in it that can tell if it's not vertical. And if it's leaning a little bit, there's a sensor in here somewhere that keeps it from firing up. It's very important that it's not tilted, and if it is, then you need to level this more. Okay, I'm gonna show you what you get if it's tilted just like this, not very much. So I'm gonna turn it on, the gas is on, I turn the knob, hold it, and I'll wait 5 seconds, then I push the igniter. Look at there. It does not light. I use some shims so that I can do it in the same place. And let's see, I've got it as level as I can determine. You can look at it and see it's a lot more vertical than it was before. Now we're going to attempt to start it. Turn it, wait 5 seconds. Wait 5 seconds. Okay, so evidently the sensors in there take a little while to adjust. Is the only thing I can figure as to how this works. Now I'm going to see if now it's triggered to start easily. Turn it, wait, look at there. Okay, so even when you level it up, it may not start immediately until it's sat in that position for a little while. This is all safety stuff. They do not want these tipping over, or even if it's tipped over, having it to light in that shape or that form, because then the heat is going to be only coming out one side possibly. That's the only thing I can figure. I'm alerting you to this, that this needs to be vertical and not leaning in any direction. If it is, then you're possibly going to have trouble with it lighting, and it's all due to the safety that is built into this. It's something that you want. Okay, so I want to thank you very much for watching my video.